Hi stenographers, welcome to Twinart's Steno-Type YouTube channel. Please like the video and subscribe the channel before starting dictation. Dictation will start in few seconds. Gentlemen, you will be glad to know that we are progressing steadily. There are many reasons for this. Some undertakings which could easily pay large sums to workers in the field of science do not do so because they have had the experience of finding that the money spent by one particular company in this way does not always come back to the same company. The advantages may go to companies of a like nature all over the country or all over the world. There is therefore less willingness than we might expect to find on the part of big industrial undertakings to spend very large sums of money in this way. Other considerations are that great changes in methods of production or distribution or in the kind of materials used might mean buying new plant and giving up existing plant on which so much money has been spent and which has not yet paid for itself. Naturally, the directors of company do not fail over themselves in their desire to take such a step. In fact, it is well known that a large undertaking will sometimes buy up a new idea simply in order that it shall not be used either by themselves or by any other undertaking and the man responsible for the idea, so pleased to have said it to such a well-known undertaking, has the experience of finding that the years pass without anything whatever being done with his beautiful idea. Such an experience is, of course, hardly likely to lead to further hard work on his part. Then, the further consideration which is of great interest and great importance to the public is that new methods of production or distribution might have an immediately bad effect on the labor situation by putting out of employment thousands of people who have been specially trained to do one particular kind of work. It is impossible to judge wisely the effects of work in the science field without keeping our eyes fully open to such important facts. Science certainly clears away some difficulties for industrial undertakings and for government, but it also makes new difficulties, and it is perhaps true to say that the people whose work should be to find ways of getting over these difficulties are more responsible than the men of science for many of our present day troubles. It is hardly possible and certainly not to be desired that we should put an end to work in the different fields of science, for science touches our lives at too many points. It is not possible that what the world needs is not less science but more science. Science can offer to the people of the world advantages beyond number if only it is used for set purposes with the end in view. An organized drive towards using science not for the good of a few people, not even for national ends, but for the common good of all people of the world would change the whole situation. We are all well informed of the fact that the living conditions of the people of the world are not at present planned and organized, and that because of this much happiness and comfort is lost to people who might otherwise lead happy lives. If our own lives are reasonably happy and comfortable, it is very difficult to bring ourselves to the point of trying to take steps to improve conditions for others. But what the world really needs is a planning of the direction which science shall take and an organization of the living conditions. Dear sirs, we have received your letter regarding your complaint of late delivery of the goods to you. We quite agree that your order was placed with us well in advance. We are also agree that in spite of this, the goods were not delivered to you in time. Let us assure you that there was no carelessness on our part. As soon as we received your letter, we inquired into this delay. We find, however, that this delay was beyond the control of our company. We understand from our stores department that we did not receive steel of the desired quality in sufficient amount to meet your requirements, which has resulted in late delivery of your goods. We wish to inform you that conditions have changed very considerably during the last few months. We would therefore suggest that you send one of your responsible officers from the planning department to our office so that we could tell him just what difficulties exist and we could together find the best way to overcome such difficulties. We are sure you would find this the most satisfactory course in the long run and would help both parties. Yours faithfully, Indian Commercial Company.